Hey, this video is intended for pre-calculus. I'm going to be talking about section 1.1, which is all about coordinates. Hopefully you guys have seen this stuff before, but I'm just going to give you a quick rundown just in case we had a good summer. So considering we have these 3 points, we have a red one, we have a blue one, we have a green one. All we want to do is just give where they are in the coordinate plane. Well, for my red one, I can say that it is over 1. So remember, the x direction comes first. And then it also goes up 1. So there's your y direction. Don't forget that we have our x and then our y. It comes in alpha order. So just like your x comes before y in the alphabet, same thing in our coordinate pairs. We're always going to have an x, comma, a y coordinate. Okay, looking at the blue one. So if we look at the blue one, see where this is. Well, it looks like I go left 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go left, well, when I went right, I went positive. So that was a positive one. But when I go left, I'm going to have negatives because I'm going in the other direction. So negative 4. And it went down 1. Well, since up was positive, then down must also be negative. So there's my point for the blue, negative 4, negative 1. Okay, last one we're going to look at is the green one, which is a little bit weird because it's right on the line. So since we're right on the line, it looks like it didn't go up or down at all, so I'm actually going to have 0 in the y direction because I didn't go up or down at all. It stayed the same place on the y-axis, but it went over 5 units, so I have 5, 0. Problems like this are just maybe a little bit different from what you've seen before. It looks kind of crazy. I really don't want to think about it because it looks just like a bunch of jumble of stuff. But if I take them and I want to just look at these things individually, say I just look at this one, x is greater than 0. Well, in our axes, x is greater than 0 on this side of the y-axis. So it could be one of those two places. It could be either one of those coordinates. If I just look at my y is less than 0, well, that means the y would be negative. So y is negative below the x-axis. Well, they're both true in the fourth quadrant. So when I have both of these things together, they are going to end up in the fourth quadrant. So just kind of take it, break it down, use your intuition on this. The last type of problem that you're going to see seeing from this section is finding the distance and midpoint between 2 points. It could be any 2 points in the world. For this example, we have 1, 1 and 9, 7. So we have those plotted. And I want to know first, let's go ahead and find the distance. Well, if I want to find the distance, it's all that right there, right? We have the distance formula. Yeah, we could use this big long formula. But what I like to do is kind of derive the distance formula by making this thing a right triangle. Because I know in the x direction, from 1 to 9, well, that went 8 units in that direction. So this must be 8 units long. And then again, likewise, in the y direction, since this went from 1 to 7, well, that went up 6 units just in the y direction. So this, since it's only going in the y direction, must be 6 units long. Huh. Well, there I have a right triangle. So I'm sure we all remember from 8th grade, 7th grade, whenever that was, this lovely Pythagorean Theorem, where we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Right? We all know that by heart. So in order to find my distance, all that really is just Pythagorean Theorem. I have a, I have b, and I can say my distance is c. So this then must mean that 8 squared plus 6 squared is equal to my distance squared. Well, 8 squared is 64, plus 6 squared is 36, equals d squared. Well, 64 and 36. This part right here will make 100. Then I know the square root of 100 is 10. So there's my distance. 10 comes out to be a nice, lovely number in this case. Okay, going back, and if I want to find the midpoint, oh no, I got rid of my dot. Oh no! nonsense. Okay, but if I want to find my midpoint is just the middle. It's the exact middle point. And middle is kind of like the average. Like the average of 3 and 10 is 6.5. Sorry, that's kind of a weird example. Average of 4 and 10 is 7, right? Because we are 6 units away from each, so 3 from each. So from like 1, 1, and 9, 7, the x's, the average of those, plus the average of the y's, divided by 2, should be my midpoint. So 1 plus 9 divided by 2 is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. And this will end up being 4. So my midpoint is supposed to be 5, 4. Well, if I look, over 5 up 4, yep, looks like it's supposed to be about the midpoint from these two things. Buenísimo.